All right, so we're working in the shop today, as we do almost every day. Some of us work a little harder than others, but nonetheless, we're working. And we are servicing a 1986 Toyota Landcruiser. I've done videos on this particular rig before, but a lot of people ask me about it and want more videos. So here you go. Its code name is an FJ60. It has a 4.2 liter straight six engine that was, I believe, copied from a Chevrolet Stovebolt engine or a straight six Chevrolet engine. You can see it's carbureted. It's 1986, and this vehicle originally came with a manual choke. It has an electric choke carburetor on it because I put that on for the guy about 3 years ago. He got tired of messing with the choke and having people not know what to do with it. But there is a choke right there. Again, 1986 FJ60. Pretty nice rig. It's been repainted this kind of a charcoal gray. The original color, I believe, was a silver. See the difference? Charcoal gray, silver. And I've been maintaining this vehicle for 5, maybe 7 years. It has the 2F engine, which I believe is a 4.2 liter. I want to show you something kind of cool. If you're ever stuck in the middle of the desert and your FJ60 Landcruiser doesn't start, you know what you can do? You can shove a rod through there, and I believe that connects to the crankshaft. It's pretty tight. Can't really see much down in there, but let me get a light. Here, Stella, will you hold the light for me? You can hold the light for me still? No. Let's see. No, it hits the radiator, so maybe that wouldn't work. But apparently somebody thought it'd be a good idea to put a crank start access hole in the front of their FJ60. So let's take a look at this thing in a little more depth. Of course, it's a straight six engine, has massive, massive alternator. I don't know how many amps that thing is, and the belts that go with it are massive as well. Has power steering and air conditioning, of course, and just a pretty neat, pretty utilitarian off-road vehicle. Let's go back down underneath it again. I'm just doing basic service on this. It has a straight front axle with these big, what do you call those, ball, the turn, how do I say this? How the front wheels pivot on the axle, they have those huge balls. I don't know what those are called. There's a leak on that one. You can see it's been slung all over the wheel. I keep telling him we should fix that, but he's not too interested. This one isn't leaking on the wheel. You can see the big silver ball there. I guess that's a really strong axle, from what I've been told. The leaf springs are underneath the straight front axle. And we'll take a look at the rear. It has a steering stabilizer as well. Let's get to the back here. And we also have an axle with leaf springs underneath, although the differential is way offset to the passenger side. It's got a hitch on it. It's not lifted. It's just a good old-fashioned Landcruiser. A lot of people have these here in Portland, Oregon. You see quite a few of them. They call them hipster vehicles. Let's see if I can open the tailgate. So it has a tailgate that flips up, and then of course a tailgate that flips down. So you have a nice even load floor for whatever you want to haul. Lots of room in the back of this thing. I mean, this is a large SUV, probably before SUVs were really called that. And let's take a look at the dash. Really a neat rig. Has very boxy lines, but classy. It's a 4-speed. I don't know they even made these in automatics. That's right. The last time I did a video on this, I'm remembering, I did a clutch. Let's take a look at the gauges here. We have a four gang gauge, you might say, with all your vitals on the left, a tachometer in the center, and a speedometer, if I can get rid of the glare there, do that, on the right. Speedometer goes up to 85 miles an hour. They weren't expecting this to be a very high-speed vehicle. Really neat. Has a beep beep horn, has air conditioning, a few other controls there, and of course, what most people need to know the most, how to get it into four-wheel drive. It has a manual shifted transfer case, and just a really neat vehicle. The headliner's nice. Back seat folds down for hauling your bicycle or sheets of plywood, what have you. Really a neat vehicle. Ahead of its time. Very, very coveted. And I thought I'd do a video presentation on this neat old rig today. It's sort of a survivor. 1986. That was a long time ago. That was 33 years ago now. Wow. So, all right. Keep your eyes peeled for these old relics, as I do. Not everything is a microcar, but I do like to video highlight unique vehicles that come through the shop, and this is one of them. All the other cars I worked on today were just modern, just plain old cars, plain like vanilla. This is something a little special. Thanks for watching, and you guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video.